Lindsay, and I'm sorry about the glare. I'm here with your Tarotscope for today, and your card is the Hermit. Now, interestingly enough, now I'm using the Nostradamus deck today. You can see what I was really called to when I was looking at this was the rosary that he has, that the Hermit has around his hand or his arm. I can't really tell if he's like praying on it or if it's just kind of there. But anyway, it was a spiritual thing that I'm pointing, that I feel like I'm being pointed to. So it's not like you're isolating yourself. That's not the energy that I'm getting from this card at this particular time. It's more of you stepping back from a situation, which I'm going to show you. I'm just going to pop up the reverse because I did look at the reverse card and it's the Sun, which I don't do reverse meanings, but I do feel the energy from the card. So if it is something that would take a reverse meaning, I'll feel that energy. And the interesting thing about the Sun is it can indicate marriage, but when it's in reverse, which I don't do reverse meanings, but I can usually feel the energies if it's, depending on the cards and where it's going with it, it can be, and I swear to God, it even says this in the guide, marriage can turn into divorce. It's about the clouds and not being able to see things. So, like, it's kind of like you're taking a step back from a situation. And I don't want to sit here and say that it's Kevin, but it really looks like it's his issues. And you're just taking a step back from it. Because for you, you need it to ground yourself and for your own happiness. And also you need, again, I don't want to say you need spiritual guidance, but this is going to help you become spiritually grounded. This is going to help your spirituality. This is going to help your energy. This is going to help you center yourself. So you're taking a step back from this situation, from this whole craziness that seems to surround you and your children right now. Interestingly enough, too, I want to read the quatrain that goes with the Sun card that Nostradamus said, and it says, Mercury will be put out to graze by a Vulcan. The sun will be clear, sparkling, and fair. Mercury is about to go into retrograde, I believe, on the 16th, which is in about a week. So I feel that that's very interesting, too, to me, because it's like, you're calling it. Everything that like you're seeing through those clouds, but they can't see through the clouds because they thrive on drama. So it's like, but it's like being a dead horse. So to step back, this is actually healthy for you. Taking a step back from the situation is actually healthy for you. And that's literally what the quatrain reads for the Sun. I mean, it really mentions Mercury being like overridden. They actually say that relates to philosophy ruling over science in future time. So again, we're going to, some of these and I'm doing my little quotations, this little pseudoscience thing that, they call our beliefs. But still, it's more of a philosophy. And philosophy will rule over science in future times. And we've already seen this. It's, holistic medicine is becoming more of a big thing now. We see it with tarot readers a lot. You see a 16-year-old buy a deck of tarot cards and they think they're a psychic. Not think they're a psychic, ever be psychic, but they think they're a professional. They're just, you can tell by the way they read, they don't know what they're doing. Because it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of study, it takes a lot. I mean, I got my first deck when I was, my first deck of tarot cards, I believe I was 13 or 14. I didn't start reading as a professional until I was 30, or I believe I was 29 maybe, almost 30. I was going into 30. You know what I mean? I had done a few, in my mid-20s, I had been invited to do a few tabling events, But I would never charge more than $10 reading, which is what a lot of these people charge. But the thing is, the difference was I knew what I was doing, and they didn't. These people don't. But okay, enough of that, because it's just. But that's what I'm saying. You can see that with the whole New Age movement that's going on now, and it wasn't so much like that. When I was the age of some of these millennials, it wasn't like that. It was very. It wasn't so much of it wasn't as accepted. It wasn't something that everybody was into. I mean, I remember the kids at school were kind of, some of them were freaked out by me. Or they'd hang out at me and they're like, oh my God, she's looking at me, she's casting a spell on me. But they'd still want their tarot cards read. You know what I mean? And some of them would want nothing to do with it. I mean, but it's not like that anymore. So, that's where I kind of look at that, now we're in future times. Now what you're doing is you're grounding yourself, you're stepping back, and that's good, because that's ruling over science now. Philosophy, it's a philosophy, and it's ruling over science now. And this is the future times. This is the time I believe Nostradamus was talking about. I believe we're in the end, actually in the end times. If you really do read. I just got finished done reading a Sylvia Browne book, it was an audiobook, listening to it, which I was kind of disappointed in because there was a lot of stuff I already knew. But I mean, it talks about, all the different prophecies and the different prophets and the end of days, and it's exactly what my belief of the end of days is. It doesn't mean that, a meteor is going to hit the earth and we're all going to die. We're going to do it to ourselves. And we're going to do it to our planet, and it's going to end up kind of, the planet's going to need to reheal, and as a matter of fact, my friend just told me we're in a mini ice age now for the next, I can't remember how many years, but it was a long time. And, you look at the ice age, that's when all the dinosaurs were wiped out. The earth needed to heal. And a lot of this has to do with, the earth is even shifting right now, axes. I mean, they say like in 100 years, the seasons are gonna reverse. And we can see some of this now. So I do believe we're in the end of days now. And I'm not trying to go into this on your Tarotscope, I'm sorry, I apologize. But basically my point is, this Hermit card coming up for you today is not a bad thing. And the sun being at the bottom of the deck definitely reiterates how I feel about the energy that I'm getting from this card. This is not a bad thing. It's a good thing to step back from this situation. Really it is. And ground yourself and just, like I said, you're beating a dead horse if you just keep saying, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, I'm telling you, this, just, don't worry about it. This is, they're just crazy, they thrive off drama, it is what it is, just keep me out of it. Instead of having to tell everybody that, it's just taking a step back and kind of, even like I said, he's holding a rosary. There's some spiritual, I don't want to say praying, because I don't know if that's what you call it, but, talking to the universe, calling on your angels, calling on your guides, whatever it is you need to call on, and asking for guidance and following it, because there's more to it than just what I'm telling you here. There's some what's the word I'm looking for? Some self-healing, or some things that only your guides or your angels or your I want to say your guides can help you and give you, advice that they can give you. And to do this, you do need to step back, spend some time alone, meditate, talk to your guides, go with your guides, do some journeying if that's what you need to do, to figure out what it is you need to do to deal with the situation in a way you're not getting your energy sucked from you, because right now you're getting your energy sucked from you by just the craziness that's around you. And like I said, I'm not going to hold it totally to Kevin's situation, but I'm just mentioning that the sun has to do with marriage at times, And especially with Mercury going into retrograde and this being the Nostradamus deck, there's clouds right now that can't see, but watch when Mercury goes into retrograde, they're going to have communication problems. There's going to be, I'm telling you, and I know this is your Tarotscope, but I'm telling you, they're going to have communication problems. There's going to be drama going on between them. You don't need any of that because it just sucks you dry. But like I said, it's clouds. They can't see what's going to happen 3 feet in front of them. Definitely, but you can, and you do. And there's things that you can do to keep yourself grounded and keep yourself shielded from the craziness that these situation or situations or things that are going on around you can cause or are causing. It's definitely time to take a step back. And also, consult your guides about what you can do, like spiritually. Like I said, I can't give you all the answers. I'm human. I don't have all the answers for you, but your guides can definitely help you. Your angels, God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting a strong feeling that it's your guides that you need to call on, but if that's not your thing, then that's not your thing. But I believe that it is your thing. We've talked about it. So I'm pretty sure that you do work with your guides. And yeah, so they have answers for you on how to deal with this. If you also notice, this card is number 9, the end. 9 is the ending of things. So putting an end to the energy sucking, the negativity that is being kind of forced on you. Part of this is, walking away from it, putting an end to it. So I want to point that out too. All right, so I'm going to upload this and get this sent to you. I know this is a long one because I did a lot of rambling. I'm sorry that I brought, I don't mean to bring Kevin's situation into it, but I just couldn't help myself when I looked at that bottom card and saw that sun. And just with this card coming up, with this being your tarot scope for today, and that sun coming up, and just kind of putting the two together, and the energy that they kind of combined, I couldn't help it. I mean, and it just feels like there's something, and the way the planet, like with Mercury going into retrograde, there's something that somebody can't see, and communication is going to get crazy, and there's going to be more craziness, and it's time, and you need to ground yourself. And from all that, and take a step back from all of that right now, because it's going to get crazier. It's going to get even crazier. And I could say that without even saying, and when I say that, I'm not even putting Kevin into it. But again, the sun card indicates marriage. And when I put these two together, I don't do reverse meanings, but I do know when there's like a block, an energy block. And this can indicate things going south, marriage turning into divorce, or, just like I said, even with that quatrain, as Mercury being overridden, it just, and Mercury's going into retrograde on the 16th. It's just, it shows the cloudiness. It shows the issues that, it's going to get, communication is going to get screwy, and it's going, like I said, it's going to affect your loved ones. So right now is the time to take a step back, and you are going to take a step back. And like I said, consult your guides. That rosary was the first thing I noticed when I pulled this card. First thing I noticed. So yeah, your guides can definitely give you even more information than I can give you now. So, all right, have a wonderful day.